325 miles north of the Bounds Green depot, it's almost dawn at Edinburgh's Waverley Station. The first service out today is the most famous train in the East Coast fleet, the Flying Scotsman. Named after the legendary engine that joined the two capital cities of Edinburgh and London, this 21st century version is one of the flagship services on the East Coast line. The customer service team is on board early to ensure passengers are looked after, and like the night shift at Bounds Green, they're on a tight schedule.
So we've got to make sure we've got everybody fed and watered before final destinations. From here to Newcastle it's only an hour and 20 minutes, so we've got to fit how many get on into their breakfast before we get to Newcastle.
In charge of feeding the first-class passengers is on-board chef Scott.
At the moment we're on schedule as far as the prep's going. The trick to working in a small team in a small space is not to be a prima donna chef who's just like, this is my space and you're not allowed in it. I've worked with a few guys like that and it doesn't work. Let the games begin.
Good morning. My name is Gail Stewart. Can I get your journey today?
Flying Scotsman leaves Edinburgh at 5:40 in the morning and stops only at Newcastle before speeding its way to London, with his passengers fed, watered and ready for the working day. Almost all of his passengers are travellers who prefer to take the train rather than fly to London for business.
Typical Monday morning, quite a few passengers on board. Always a bit hectic the Monday morning getting organised. Once we get ourselves organised and the chef's organised, hopefully it'll all run like clockwork. We'll see what happens. Hi there, any tea or coffee for you this morning?
Coffee please.
Everything is ticking along for Gail, but customer service assistant Chris is struggling with a notoriously tricky piece of mechanical hardware.
Oh, come on. There was a bit of miscommunication between myself and the toaster. I burnt 9 bits of toast. You've got to stand and actually observe the bread toasting. If not, you'll end up with burnt toast.
A little bit of burnt toast never did anybody any harm.
It's 7 a.m. and the Flying Scotsman East Coast flagship express service from Edinburgh to London has just pulled into Newcastle, the only stop on its route. 100 more passengers board for the journey to King's Cross, and the train needs to be fully restocked in only 3 minutes. Over 36,000 business travellers use this service every year. Nothing less than excellence is demanded by passengers and staff alike, especially in first class.
Typical day at the office, you go up for a passenger who's needing coffee, you go up and it's tea. What should be in that one? Coffee. Guess what? Tea. Tea. Yeah, it looks like coffee. It's coffee. I'm here all week, by the way. Yeah. That shouldn't taste like tea. Third time lucky for yourself.
After just 4 hours, the Flying Scotsman completes a 325-mile early morning workout and pulls into King's Cross on time. And while the passengers begin their working day,